All right, let's talk about the weather and what's going on. As we were highlighting yesterday, travel concerns and a storm moving through central and southern Utah. Here are some of the reports coming in showing the precipitation amounts. Now, this is the water we've seen where it's been a combination of rain and snow. I'm just showing you the water amounts where we're starting to get the reports of where those areas getting the snow and snow accumulations, kind of tallying up what those amounts are. But as you can see in St. George, they almost picked up an inch of precipitation here over the past 24 hours. Kolob over an inch, close to an inch in Zion National Park. Milford about 6/10 of an inch, half of an inch in Cedar City. Even up as far north of Price, we saw a third of an inch of precipitation. And again, that's a combination of rain and snow. But where we're getting the snow totals, especially up in some of the higher terrain at the ski resorts across southern Utah and central Utah, it's been very beneficial storm where they picked up about a foot at Bryan Head, close to that at Eagle Point. Of course, we'll be getting some of the numbers still as it relates to the snow accumulations that we've been seeing, but we're getting some photos and it looks to be impressive. And we mentioned this was going to be a beneficial storm as we haven't seen a big storm pushing through central and southern Utah here over the past few weeks. Right now in St. George, you can see the aftermath of this storm, looking at some water still on the roads, not seeing any showers right now. Current temperature 42 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Now, this wasn't too cold of a storm moving through southern Utah, but again, in elevation changes, definitely seeing that rain changing over into snow. Now, across the Salt Lake Valley, we saw some clouds yesterday. We've been keeping it dry, and right now we've got mostly clear skies, 31 degrees. Still some haze out there. Yeah, we haven't mixed things out because the storms have not been pushing through the Wasatch Front. Still focusing in, though, for central and southern Utah, holding on to a winter weather advisory, where most of the area will see that advisory expire about 9 o'clock, but across southeastern Utah it'll linger on until the noon hour, where we could pick up an additional for the LaSalle and Abajo Mountains, anywhere between 2 to 4 inches, and that'll be in effect until the noon hour. But looking at the computer models showing how much additional snow will be falling across the central and southern mountains, as you can see from Bryan Head, not much more expected, even though we're currently seeing some snow. Maybe an additional half of an inch to an inch, and that's about it. But I want to show you northern Utah now, focusing in on the mountains. We do have a storm that's going to be pushing through as we look late tonight through early Monday morning, and then some additional light snow showers throughout Monday. But looking at the amounts, nothing too impressive. We're kind of in that range between 2 to 4 inches currently, where hopefully we see a few little showers across the Wasatch Front to help mix things out as air quality has become more of a concern. But as we look across the state right now, I mentioned we're still seeing some light snow showers that have been tracking through Bryan Head down just east of Cedar City right now. So along I-15 between Beaver and Cedar City, definitely could still see some additional snow and some slushy roads. Slushy conditions throughout I-70, especially as you go Green River and then moving over towards Grand Junction. Up near Price, still finding a little bit of snow, but again, along the Wasatch Front, we're not seeing much activity. Computer models now showing, as we look ahead, moving the clock up until the noon hour, again, storm exiting the state. We keep it clear. You're going to be looking at some sunshine. By tonight, though, that's our next storm associated front moving through. It sweeps through along the Wasatch Front. Little expected for the valleys, maybe half of an inch up in the benches, but most of the activity through tonight into tomorrow will be across the mountains of northern Utah. Then all the storms push away, and we see an extended dry period thereafter. Today, though, with temperatures close to where they should be for this time of year, we're in the mid to upper 40s along the Wasatch Front. Still hanging on to the haze, central and southern Utah. Improvements where you'll see a lot more sunshine as we move through the morning into the afternoon. And we'll keep it sunny for the Dixie area here for the next several days. Temperatures will climb. A little cooler before that, though. We'll be looking at upper 60s by the end of the week. In northern Utah, I show that brief snow shower overnight. Cooler, but then warming up. 50s by the end of the week, but as you can see, once we get past that brief storm, things look pretty nice, and we actually see some spring weather.